Brilliant. So now that you're familiar with those questions and how to answer them, I'd like to do a quick knowledge check to put your knowledge to the test and to show you whether you need to rewind or go over this part of the lesson again. So you'll see we've got some questions appearing on the screen. Now, these questions are in a different order from the order in which I answered them, so that you are really tested by it. Now, I'm going to read those questions for you, and then I'd like you to pause the video and see how many of them you can answer. A little trick you might like to use is to look for those key words in the questions. For example, in question 4, what is your favourite food? Remember, favourite is the food you like to eat the most. And make sure you're using that word in your answer. So our questions are: how old are you? Where do you live? What pet do you have? What is your favourite food? What is your favourite drink? What is your favourite colour? And do you have any siblings? So you're going to pause now and come up with your answers. Pause and practice. Okay, brilliant. Let's talk through the answers now. So, how old are you? Hopefully, you said something like, I am 26 years old. Where do you live? I live in London, for me. What pet do you have? Now, this will rely on you knowing the names of different animals. Maybe you have a cat. I have a cat. Maybe you have a dog. I have a dog. Maybe you have a bird. I have a bird. Now, for our favourite food, remember we need to say, my favourite food is mango for me. My favourite food is mango. My favourite drink is tea, the best drink in the world. My favourite colour, for question 6, my favourite colour is green, or blue, or purple, or orange. Any of those, even yellow. And then finally, do you have any brothers or sisters? Yes, I have 2 brothers, or I have 1 brother and 1 sister. And if you manage to say what their names were as well, that is fantastic. So, my brother is called Michael, and my sister is called Harriet. Now, remember, you can go over any of that again if you're stuck. But if you're feeling confident, let's move on to the next part of the lesson. We've covered now our greetings and how to find out each other's names. And we've also had a look at how to have a slightly bigger conversation and how to ask and answer some conversational questions. So that means it is time for phonics. Now, we're going to do some phonics in every lesson. And what I mean when I talk about phonics is practicing the sounds we need to make when we're speaking English. So every language has different sounds that make up the spoken language. And these can differ quite a lot. So it's really important that we practice forming the sounds we need when we're speaking English in order to make sure that our English is sounding as good as it possibly can. So it will help you to know what sound you need to make when you see certain letters. So let's think of an example. Imagine you see the word kick. Now, that word has two k sounds, kick. But each of those k sounds is made with different letters. We have a K on its own at the start, and then CK at the end. So we need to know that the K and the CK actually make a very similar sound. If we think about the word character now, you'll notice that character again has two k sounds, character. And again, those k sounds come from different letters. So we've got CH at the beginning and then a C in the middle of the word. So what we're going to be exploring is what sound we make when we see specific letters. Now, this will help you so much with your speaking and your reading, and it will help your English begin to sound really, really good. One final thing is we're not going to look through the letters in alphabetical order. We're going to look through them in a more helpful way. So we're actually going to start with the letter S, then move in to the letter A and look at what sounds each of those letters can make. Now, in general, the vowels make a lot of different sounds, so make sure you're concentrating when we go through the letter A.